Joining me now is Rachel Bovard, Senior Director of Policy at the Conservative Partnership Institute. Rachel, welcome back to our broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
I want to explore this idea of doing away with the Electoral College. How realistic is that?
So it's not entirely realistic. It's not that Congress just has to pass a law. They have to pass a constitutional amendment, and then it has to be ratified by the states. So it's a heavy, heavy lift. The founders instituted the Electoral College, and it's going to take a lot to change that.
Why don't we just quickly explain how what this is, how the votes are assigned. I know that here in Washington, D.C., where I live, if we didn't have the Electoral College, my vote wouldn't matter at all because we are a smaller population.
Yeah, you really hit on what the crux of the Electoral College was designed to do, and that's to make sure that every state has a seat at the table. So what happens now is that states cast their votes for president. The electors from each state then go cast their votes, and to win the presidency, you have to have at least 270 of those electors. That makes sure that states like D.C., very small ones, or Delaware or Rhode Island have the same seat at the table that big states like California and New York have as well. So it's an equal representation across the board, not just the big states having the say.
Well, we heard Senator Warren say, hey, nobody comes nobody comes to Massachusetts, nobody comes to Alabama, and she used that to say that we should do away with it. Hillary Clinton won 3 million more of the popular vote than President Trump did, and she's also saying that that's not a sign of a healthy democracy. So how significant is the popular vote?
Well, I would say Elizabeth Warren actually has it backwards, right? She's talking about swing states. Swing states aren't locked in. California used to be Republican, Texas used to be Democrat. That changes all the time, and candidates will campaign accordingly. If we got rid of the Electoral College, what we know would happen is that the big states would matter. If you want Texas, California, and New York to pick your president, then get rid of the Electoral College. If you live in a small state and want to have a say, it needs to stay in place. So again, it's designed to make sure every state has a say. It's designed to have candidates represent the interests of farmers and factory workers in Ohio just as much as Silicon Valley in California.
Okay, thank you so much, Rachel Bovard, Senior Director of Policy at the Conservative Partnership Institute. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.